Hi, it's Phil Owens from Wheatstone here at factory headquarters in New Bern, North Carolina. I'd like to talk to you today about the Wheatstone Arcus TV control surface. It's the top of the line surface in the Wheatstone line. It's our most powerful surface yet, and yet through clever use of programmable controls and OLED displays and touchscreens, we've made it very easy to drive. It's a very intuitive interface. It gives everything that an advanced user needs, and yet at the same time, less skilled operators will have no trouble with this board. I'd like to start by talking about a tool that we're all familiar with, the infamous Leatherman. I've had this one for about 30 years. It's never let me down. I like it because it puts a number of tools that I use frequently all in one place right here. What I'd like to show you is how we achieve that same effect on the Arcus control surface. So let me show you how we create that Leatherman effect, that is having a bunch of your favorite tools right in front of you in one place on the Wheatstone Arcus control surface. We use these sets of controls here. These are programmable controls and programmable OLED displays and switches. So I can assign any function on the board to these controls. To do that, I simply press and hold one of them. That will display a pop-up menu from which I can select any function on the board. Once I've selected the one I want, I simply push the button again. That assigns that function to this knob, switches, and OLED. In this grouping of controls, I've chosen tools that are good for quick fixes in a live news broadcast. The first here is the low-pass filter, and you can see the filter is engaged on the mini display in the meter bridge. I can take it in and out using the switch. I can adjust the frequency where it kicks in using the knob. I've done the same thing at the low end of the audio spectrum. This engages a high-pass filter. So if I have a clip that's come in with rumble or low frequency noise, I can quickly notch it out. I can also adjust the frequency where it kicks in. Moving down to this display, I've assigned this to be an auto mix weight function. The Arcus has a very nice auto mix system built into it. Auto mixing is a way to gain average microphones and compensate for loud and soft talkers in a group of microphones. The weight control actually controls what kind of priority the microphone has in this group of mics, and that control is available to you in these control presets right here. So for example, for a loud talker, I would reduce the weight. For a soft talker, I would increase the weight. And that tends to produce a much more uniform output from this group of microphones. The fourth control I've assigned to be a pan control. In addition to panning, the switches handle mode switching. So I can switch from stereo to left only, right only, mono, and a mode that we call blend. Blend is very useful in a live news setting. If you have an audio clip that's come in with nat sound on one channel and voiceover on the other, you simply flip the channel into blend mode, and then your pan knob becomes a balance control between voiceover and nat sound. So those are what I call quick fixes that you would like to have at your disposal during a newscast. Okay, so now you might ask, what if I need more than 4 controls? Well, that's where control groups come in. You can assign the 4 controls to one of 4 groups, so you actually get 4 times 4, 16 programmable controls at your disposal. The A group here I've chosen to be the functions that I just described. The B group I've assigned to be both compressor and gate functions to control dynamics on a channel. In this case, I'm controlling threshold and makeup gain for the compressor, and threshold and gate depth for the expander gate. My third preset is aux send controls. So if I want to have my aux level controls available to me here, I can do that. So that's the way that we give you often used controls right in front of the operator with visual feedback in the meter bridge display. We also take advantage of the programmable OLED displays to give you some deeper editing. Say, for example, you want to be able to control every function of the EQ on a channel. I simply select the set function or the select on this channel, and then I'd select EQ in this function expand area. By doing that, now all 16 of these controls become my EQ controls. They control the parametric EQ and the high and low pass filters on each channel. And so that gives you, again, control that's right in front of the operator, covering every function of the parametric EQ. The function expand system that I just described pertaining to EQ can also apply to all dynamics, so you have all your compressor and expander gate settings here. You can apply it to aux sends, so you have all 16 of your aux sends on these 16 knobs. This is Phil Owens from Wheatstone. Thanks again.